Al, it's been quite a bit, but it's time to return to the plot of Inuyasha.
What?
I know there's things happening. We gotta. You remember Naraku?
That guy.
That
You remember the
guy.
jewel shard? Or
You
the
remember the
jewel, the
jewel
big
shards?
jewel?
Yeah, which has apparently gotten bigger, I guess.
Yeah, somehow he has just like a stupid amount of the jewel. I don't know what happened there.
He's been busy, I guess, while we've been watching these other episodes.
Actually getting stuff done.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna return to the plot this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch Inuyasha. It is episode number 61. I'm Jared, joined as always by Dak Al and Lady
Hello, hello.
We are discussing season 3, episode 6, or episode number 60, entitled "The 50-Year-Old Curse and the Dark Princess," or of the Dark Priestess. I can't speak today, apparently.
You did fine on the last episode.
I know, and all my brain function just went down. We begin this episode, and there's a priestess doing a ritual, and she's making an old guy real pained, and so he's going
Just
and they're all like, "What the heck?"
thrashing in his bed thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, those are words.
Kagura shows up and is like, "Hey, are you the Dark Priestess?" And she turns around and is like, "What do you want, demon?"
What?
And Kagura's just like, "Yeah, I don't have time for this. My master wants you to come help him. He heard that you had a grudge. He heard you had beef with Kikyo.
I mean, you know what to
And
say
he wants
if you
you
got
to help."
beef.
It's true. We can't say it. This is a family friendly podcast. We go back to school. Remember school?
Cool.
Kagome's in math class, and she's like, "I don't understand any of this." And then basically in every single class after that, she's like, "I don't understand any of this."
To be fair, I didn't understand that math one either.
Yeah, math's dumb.
Math's super
Who needs
dumb.
math? She's very bummed going home because she's like, "Oh God, I'm so far behind." And her friends are behind her like, "Oh man, I bet she's in trouble. She's got that boyfriend. Bet they're having some issues again." And then they go to talk to "Hey, is everything okay? I bet he's doing problems again." And Kagumi's like, "Wait, what do you mean? Oh, did I not tell you we made up again? Yay!"
Yay!
And like two of her friends are just like, "Ugh," and the other one's just like, "Oh, okay." And then she's like, "No, I'm just bummed because I'm falling behind in school because I'm absent all the time." And then they go to Whack-Donald's.
The Whack-Donald's. I mentioned earlier in the episode when I was like, "Let's go to Whack-Donald's."
And they do. They get their fries, and that's it.
Fries and their soda.
Yeah, they're living very much on the dollar menu.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived that life. I get it, but I would want more than just French fries. I would want chicken nuggets too.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy chicken nuggets.
But they basically talk more about how Kagome's struggling, and one of the girls is like, "Oh, if school's fun if you try hard," and the other's like, "Ugh, gross." And then Kagome's like, "Oh, I gotta go. It's about that time. I gotta go. Anyway, see you later."
He's gonna come get me if I don't go.
If I don't go, and they're like, the other two, the ones again, the two are like, "Ugh." Like, the other one's like, "Oh, that's so nice.
That's so romantic."
We go back to the feudal era, and Kagura is flying Tsubaki, the Dark Priestess, to Naraku's castle, who is just sitting there again, just in his spot, just sitting, as he always does,
doing nothing.
And Tsubaki's like, "Why did you bring me here?" And Naraku's like, "Hey, I heard you fought Kikyo 50 years ago to get the sacred jewel. Anyways, hey, do you want to help me out? I have the sacred jewel. I will give it to you if you help me out and do my bidding." And then she's like, "I'm gonna get real young now."
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh, well, she sold her soul to a demon, and now she wants more power. I guess that's why she wants the shard, or not the shard, the whole jewel. Anyways, I guess she's happy to help me, so I'm going to use her because I am a bad person."
I am the villain of this show, despite the fact that I've been absent for a long, long time.
Please remember that I am the villain of the show. We go back to the modern era, and Kagome's packing up a ginormous yellow bag to bring supplies back to the feudal era, even though she just did that in the previous episode. But like we were talking about, I think when we were discussing or watching it, it's like, yeah, the last episode was an anime only episode, so I guess they kind of just like they probably already had this scene set up in the manga or something, so like they just went with it anyways, regardless. But yeah, she's bringing some chips for Inuyasha and some other goodies.
She
Her
ignores her
mom,
cat.
yeah, it's very rude. Her mom made like 30,000 bento boxes to take with her, and then she tries to like put on the bag. She's like, "Oh God, it's heavy." Ugh. Anyway, let me take my textbooks out. That's gonna definitely alleviate the weight of this. Now I'm fine.
Oh boy.
Also, her brother wants to go to the field area. She's like, "No, it's too dangerous.
You are too baby.
Too baby." Everyone in the feudal era is very impatient. Inuyasha and Shippo are both thinking the same thing, except Shippo says it out loud, so he gets bonked by Inuyasha about Kagome not coming back in time. And then Inuyasha's like, "Well, I'm gonna go find her." And as soon as he leaves, Shippo's like, "Whoa, weird demon aura."
My tail goes wobbly.
He goes, blah, 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 blah. And then Inuyasha is like, "I don't like the smell of that."
Well, he farted.
Song goes also like, "Yo, demon aura." Miroku and Kaede meet up and they're like, "Demon aura."
Aye.
Aye. and then Kagome shows up. She's like, "Oh man, get this bag off me." And then a demon shows up and is like, "Chomp." She's like, "What the heck?"
Someone bit me.
Something bit me. Inuyasha fights it and tries to slash it, but it turns into paper. And then he finds Kagome's like, "Hey, there's some weird stuff happening over here." And she's like, "I got bit." And like, that was weird. But they take her back to Kaede's hut and they're like, "Yeah, there's no bite mark here. You didn't get bit." She's like, "No, I got bit. What the heck?" It's real rude. The snake returns to Tsubaki with Kagome's blood. She's like, "Yes, I have her blood."
Drip drop.
And then she takes it to a hut. She's gonna do a cool ritual stuff. And meanwhile, everyone's hanging out in Kaede's hut. She's giving out her goodies. She gives Shippo some like cookies. Inuyasha gets chips again.
Again, he gets the chips.
The big bag of chips.
I thought they were donuts. Were they cookies?
They crunched like cookies
would.
would.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Crunch.
And then she's also like, "You guys are gonna like my mom's box lunches she made as well. Here you go." And they're all like, "Yay, I love future food."
Future food.
And then while this is happening, Tsubaki pours Kagome's blood on the sacred jewel, turns it black, and then the jewel shards that Kagome has turn black, and then they embed themselves into her, and she's like, "I'm suffering." Everyone's like, "Oh no!
This is bad.
This is bad! Oh no!" Kaede figures out from the paper that it's probably this dark priestess doing this, so Sango and Miroku go off to go find the dark priestess because the parents got to go and
Parents
get
gotta
to
take care
work.
of it.
And they're like, Inuyasha's like, "I'm coming too." And they're like, "No, you stay here.
Take care of
He's
her.
like, "Okay,
You're grounded."
I guess I will." So they go do that. Shippo, Inuyasha, and Kaede stay to try and take care of Kagome, and she keeps getting weird inner thoughts to kill Inuyasha, kill him.
Kill.
Like, no. Tsubaki's just like, "Dang wench, she is resisting my mental attacks." And Naraku's just like, "Yes, do the thing." I'm in my fur outfit.
For some reason.
Hello.
Also, please make Inuyasha suffer.
Yes, please make Inuyasha suffer. We get backstory about Tsubaki and Kikyo fighting and how she was trying to take out Kikyo to get the jewel, and then Kikyo just like briefly turns around and is like, bleh, deflects her curse back at Tsubaki, and that curses her, and she's still real upset about that.
It's like, she got thwarted so easily.
Yep. Eventually, Kagome cannot overcome the mental warfare and starts getting up as Kaede and Shippo are out, and she fires an arrow at Inuyasha, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Also, there's one part that's very weird because Inuyasha's like, "What's taking this so long?" Even though it's been like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's also
like, so long.
Here's like some scenery shots for some reason. And like, oh, okay. I guess.
Gotta fill out this episode.
Yeah. Not a patting, and then yeah, the arrows happen. He's like, "Why are you shooting at me?"
Yeah, and then he remembers what happened with him and Kikyo 50 years ago. He's like, oh no, this is like what happened
Oh
before.
no!
Tsubaki gets real upset because Kagome's still resisting her, but Naraku's basically just like, hey, if he flees, kill Kagome. If he doesn't, kill Inuyasha. It's a win-win for me. I don't care.
Just whichever one happens, let's
Just
go.
do whatever. Who cares? Baroku and Sango finally find what they're looking for. They find a big barrier and they bounce off it. And they're like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah, they just go
Ow.
flying.
And then Kikyo starts roaming through the forest. He's like, I feel this energy that I've battled before. It's like, you didn't battle it. You just went, and then won. And then he walked away.
It was not a battle at all. Also, like, it was so weird that Morocco the whole time's like, evil is that way. And I'm like, is there only one evil that he can sense? Like, there's probably many, many evil things around.
Well, I guess
you.
like they would know the demonic aura because they sensed it earlier in the episode.
I'm just teasing. Like, it was just funny. He's like,
But no. But the funny thing was
evil.
him using his like stick to jingle jangle his way to find it where it was, which makes me think that like Maxwell, when he jingle jangles, is trying to find evil spirits as well.
Max, is that what you're doing, honey? Are you an evil spirit looker for dude, man, guy? Yep, those are words.
I was like, what are you saying, Mom?
Ralph, big yawn.
Ralph, buddy.
He's like, I'm too sleepy to look for evil right now.
Yeah. Naraku's very happy about the situation that is unfolding, and then basically the end of this episode is just Kagome pointing the arrow at Inuyasha, like, run away, and Inuyasha's like, I don't know what to do, and then it just fades out. And it's like, all right, next episode, we'll see you.
It was so weird. It was so abrupt.
It's very abrupt. Anyways, but yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Yep, it's over.
We got a couple of notes.
Okay.
In the manga version, this episode actually happened after the chapters of the Backlash Wave Tetsaiga's Ultimate Technique episode.
Isn't it after
Makes
that
sense.
right now?
Do what?
Isn't it still after that?
Well, no, like they're saying like this happened immediately.
Oh, immediately
after.
after. Oh, I see. Nahone.
Yeah,
I get it. I shouldn't say Nahone on here.
it's fine.
Okay.
When Naraku refers to Tsubaki's standoff with Kikyo, Tsubaki says she is impressed that he knows about it. In the tragic love song of Destiny, I don't know what that's episode 148. That's a long way from now. It is shown that he was actually present for the event and spectated from afar, albeit in his original spider form before fusing with Onigumo. Spoilers.
Yep.
And then this is the first season 3 episode that involved Naraku.
How many episodes are we in season 3 now?
This is episode 6.
Okay. So it's not that bad, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for this week. Next time, we will be discussing episode 61, entitled Kikyo and the Dark Priestess. You know, it's bad when we have to have the villain come in and be like, yeah, let's hope Kikyo gets her butt kicked this time.
Yeah. Oof.
Oofa doofa. But that's going to do it for us this week. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love Life Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next week as we figure out how Inuyasha is going to get out of this situation.
No.